I took over from my dad in 1974 as executive vice president because he was very ill at the time. And since then, I've watched Korbel grow from 150,000 cases to 1.5 million. We're all about heritage. And Korbel's been around for 134 years. So it's important for us to maintain our quality and our production in making everything method champenoise. Even our 187s are made by the traditional method. They're not transferred, and everything that we make here is method champenoise. That's not like a lot of other people in the sparkling or champagne business. Just the method champenoise production in this country, we're 50% of it. We are 17% of the total sparkling wine industry in the United States. Less than 10% of our volume is exported. When it comes to Prosecco and Astes and some of those other products that have come into this country, especially in the last few years, originally it scared me a little bit because some of the Proseccos are they're all transfer. There's no method champenoise, and some of them are cheaper than Korbel. And they're not a bad product. I was a little concerned that they might hurt our sales, but just the opposite has happened. I think what they have done is they brought in some of the younger generation into the sparkling business and the champagne business, and I think that it's helped the whole industry. The whole industry is up 6-7%. Korbel happens to be up in the last 4 or 5 years. We've been having about 3 to 4% increase every year, but this year we're up almost 9%. So we're having a tremendous year this year, but I think it's because of all of the other sparklings that have come into the industry that are bringing other people into the brands. This whole world is, especially the United States, is a bubble business. We talk about sodas and talk about everything else. But I think, when you start with a lesser quality product, you will eventually move up scale. And they'll move up from Prosecco or Astes to Korbel or another fine sparkling product in the United States or even Europe. We've been on television, for example, since Johnny Carson in 1975 was our first time on television. We've been on television every year, especially during the holidays. We start the week before Thanksgiving and then finish it up by December 31st. And then we come back at Valentine's Day. Every month we have a different flavor that we come up with, a different recipe that we come up, that we go on YouTube and we explain to consumers on how to use champagne, just not for a special occasion, but make any occasion special. We used to do almost 60% of our business September, October, November, December. That is now like 50%. It's not 60%. So although it's still bigger in those 3 months than it is any other time of the year, the rest of the year, because of all of our promotions once a month that we do throughout the country on flavors, cocktails, how to use champagne, that it's not just for a special occasion. It has really spread our sales out throughout the United States. And again, that's why we run our production every day of the year here. 20 years ago, I think one of my achievements was I was approached by Sonoma State University to start the Wine Business Institute, along with Henry Trioni as my chairman in Sonoma and Walt Clem as my chairman in Napa. We started the Wine Business Institute, and it's been very successful. When they approached me 20 years ago, it was Dean Clark and Rubin, the president. They said, we'd really like to see the business of wine become part of the education of Sonoma State. Not winemaking and not enology. We got Fresno and Davis and others universities that do a wonderful job at that. But no one was really focusing on the business of wine, and so that's what we do at Sonoma State. Drag racing was a passion in the past that I don't do anymore, but my nephew does drive the cars. It's concentration. Partnership with people who work on your cars, the same as people that work in the production here. You are a success in drag racing just as you are a success in the champagne business. It takes teamwork, and that's exactly what it is. It's not me, it's all my staff.